Thank you for having me. My name is Kim Craddock-Howe, and I'm running for City Council. It is great to be back on campus. I graduated from here, and so did my husband, although we did not meet here. I am running as an independent because your needs come first, not a party agenda. I want great schools, safe streets, and sensible taxes. I currently work as a zoning official for the city of Lynchburg and as the chair of the board of directors for our local transit system. I've experience in mental health, homelessness, nonprofit, small business, and legal sectors. I know the needs of this city because I've been serving the city for years and I'm ready to do more. From foster care to public service, I've seen firsthand how small actions can lead to big results. I'm the only Ward 1 candidate to save taxpayers money through policy implemented in the city. I have tangible ideas to help improve your life, and I'm able to get started on day one. I was born here, raised here, and I'm ready to serve. I want to do more with less, and I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Randy Smith. I am the Democratic candidate for Lynchburg City Council in Ward 1. I've lived here for 30 years in Lynchburg. All 30 years have been in Ward 1. I am a blue-collar small business owner. I've done that for 16 years. Prior to that, I was a mechanical engineer with Framatome, and I did that for 17 years. I am the product of public schools in Richmond, where I grew up, and I consider myself to be a community advocate, a community builder. I'm running for city council because I believe that we are no longer on the path to progress. This Lynchburg is not the Lynchburg that Leighton Dodd and Bev Cosby dreamed that we could become. We are no longer on that path, and it's time for us to refocus on the common good, on the greater good, in an effort to help all of our neighbors throughout the city. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jacqueline Timmer, and I am honored to be the Republican nominee running for City Council in Ward 1. We must recognize that the genius of our community is not in the halls of government, and it is unleashed through the creative and entrepreneurial energy of individual families, and as such, we should phase out the business license tax, streamline regulatory approval for small businesses, and restore programs that incentivize business development of dilapidated properties. I say this because we need to get back to a place where we are focused on the vision for where we're able to go as a community. We can do this with schools, we can do this with economic development, we can do this with public safety, and we can do this with our infrastructure. There's been a lot of conversation about civility, and civility is important. It's important because we must recognize the intrinsic value of every individual that we interact with. But we need to get past that conversation and get past the blame game and get back to a place where we are having a conversation about where we're going as a community. And I believe that we do that when we focus on policy objectives. I would be honored by your vote for City Council Ward 1, and I'm honored to be here tonight. Thank you so much.
Pass her a different mic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rodney Hubbard, and I am from Lynchburg, Virginia. I was born and raised here. I went to nursery school here, went to elementary school here. I went to middle school here, and also high school. Graduated from EC Glass High School, and a honoree of the 1988 state championship team. And the reason why I got into the race is very simple. We need new leadership in Ward 2. Ward 2 is the poorest ward. Ward 2 has the highest crime rate. Ward 2 has the highest poverty rate, and it has the highest homelessness rate, and has the highest for non-home ownership. And so it's time for new leadership. And when you see other wards thriving, like Ward 1 and Ward 3 and 4, they're thriving. There's no crime, there's no homeless person hanging around on their street corners. There's no high crime area. So we as a community, as Lynchburg City, have to start looking back at the people in Ward 2. They're being left behind. They're being forgotten. Even the ones that are incarcerated in Lynchburg Blue Regional Jail. Those young men and women in there that have not been convicted of a felony, they have a right to vote. And you know, I went to that jail just the other day, and I experienced something I never experienced before. And these young men and women are being left behind. And so we have to do something as a community. And we cannot continue to go down that same path. The leadership that we're under in Ward 2 is failing. Our schools are failing, our families are failing, and our kids are dying on our streets in Ward 2. That's a serious problem. So I'm running for Ward 2, and I want to urge you to vote. I'm riding up.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight. I am Tori Howard, independent candidate for Ward 2. And we all know that we're facing some crucial times right now, and that's going to warrant change in this moment. So I'm fully dedicated to making it better within my ward and throughout all of Lynchburg, okay? So I'm running for city council because I believe in reviving and rebuilding Lynchburg, okay? Again, reviving and rebuilding. So that's gonna require work, hard work, and dedication. So while my education and career have been shown, it shows dedication, it shows growth, it shows service, I won't focus on that today, okay? Because we defined all that on our websites. We all have websites. So instead, I'm here to talk about the needs of my ward and Lynchburg, okay? Not my accomplishments, but many candidates will spend their time, listing their accolades and things like that. But I'm here to offer wisdom, okay, and common sense. And that's what we need in this moment. So as an independent candidate, I have a unique perspective for this ward, Ward 2, and it's not tied to any party lines, okay? That's the loveliness of being an independent. So this allows me to focus on what's best for my ward alone and single-handedly, okay? So I speak in the name of community, and that, again, is reviving and rebuilding Lynchburg. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Sterling Wilder. I'm the current city council member for Ward 2 for the city of Lynchburg. I'm from Lynchburg, I grew up here, been here all my life. I lived in DC for 10 years, but I commuted back and forth every weekend because I worked with the mentoring program in our church. Over the past 30 plus years, I have dedicated my life to change the lives in my community, mainly in Ward 2, but also all parts of our Lynchburg, not just Ward 2, but all parts of our city. Again, she talked about accolades. I could go over and list several of them, but again, because the work that I have done has spoken for me. I'm not used to talk about myself personally, but again, I'm thankful that the city has entrusted me. I've served 9 years on the Lynchburg School Board, the last 3 years as the vice chair. I served 8 years currently on Lynchburg City Council. I want to continue the work that I'm doing, continue to work with home developments. Right now we have the new Florida Terrace. We're building 30 plus houses on Florida Avenue. We're building the Curlin's Place, 48 new units for low income housing and townhouses on Florida Avenue as well. And also we're working with the Lighthouse Beloved Community is building 30 plus houses for low income residents in Ward 2. I want to continue the work that I'm doing. I started a STEM center where we're educating people about STEM jobs, about mechatronics, about nurses aid, about other career programs that have a great, much higher living wage. One young man went from making minimum wage at a fast food to now making over $30 an hour. So we do that, we work together, not because of a party. I'm not tied to a party. I'm a Democratic candidate, but again, I'm a Lynchburg citizen. That comes first before any party, whether it's Republican or Democrat. It's about what's best for the city of Lynchburg. Thank you.